Folklore, mysteries, unexplained events. This is Supernatural Charlotte. You're driving down Beatty's Ford Road in Huntersville, North Carolina on a still winter night. Suddenly, a large figure enters the road. You slam on the brakes as it crosses your field of view. Misty, pale, too tall to be a deer. Is it someone on horseback? The specter saunters away as you continue on your drive, bewildered by the strange encounter. And what you just witnessed might be the ghost of Revolutionary War hero William Lee Davidson.
General William Lee Davidson was killed on February 1st, 1781 at the Battle-of-Cowans-ford.
He was a war hero. He actually fought with George Washington in Valley Forge. And the story goes that he was commanding an army in the Charlotte area. He was set up at Cowans-ford.
He was tasked with delaying Cornwallis and his troops from crossing the Catawba River at the ford. And ford is just a crossing area of a river. There was a slight problem at the river crossing. There was one ford, which was a horse ford, and another ford, which was a wagon ford. They gathered at the horse ford, thinking that's where Cornwallis and his troops would come across. And of course, he came across at the wagon ford. By the time the American sentries heard the splashing and realized the British were crossing at the wagon ford, they had almost gotten to the other side of the bank. When they got there, they went ahead and set up their artillery and started pounding the position of General Davidson's troops. General Davidson ordered his troops to run and take cover in the dense wooded area. And as he's riding down there to give orders, he is actually shot in the chest with a musket ball and died instantly.
When Davidson died at the battle, the British actually left him stripped naked on the field, kind of as a warning or a deterrent to other rebels who might be trying to fight against the crown. And it was in the dead of night that only a few of his loyal friends and his wife actually went onto the field, retrieved his body. They took it back to his home, clothed him, and then they buried him at Hopewell Presbyterian Church, which is still there, still an active church, in the dead of night. And the ghost story goes that on the anniversary of his death, he apparently will appear riding his horse through the cemetery.
I was driving home one night. It was actually in early December. And right before you get to the church, there is a slight curve and then the stone wall that starts the church's property, and it goes all the way down the road with the church. And I was driving slow already since it was nighttime and it was winter, and I was afraid that a deer was going to run out in front of me. And I saw something enter the road, and I slammed on brakes because I didn't think that it was a deer at first. And it was about 6 feet tall, and I could kind of see through it. It was kind of like a white mist, but it was very large, and it just floated across the road. And I just kind of stopped, and I looked into the woods to see if I could see anything moving, like the trees or anything, and it just kind of disappeared. And I've tried to rationalize it. It wasn't raining that night. It wasn't foggy. It wasn't misty or anything like that. It was just a cold, clear night. The wind wasn't even blowing. So we think that it was General Davidson.
We've been out to Hopewell on numerous occasions. It's always been one of our favorite areas to go to on February 1st. While we've never seen General Davidson riding his horse through the cemetery, one particular night we did get a very interesting photo. Our team psychic got the impression of a woman standing beside his grave. She told one of our members to go ahead and take a picture. Although our member saw nothing when she took the picture, she did get a very strange mist occurring just to the right of the general's grave. Is that his wife? Who knows?
At Hopewell Presbyterian Church Cemetery, you can feel the centuries that have passed underfoot. If you're hoping to catch a glimpse of William Lee Davidson's roaming spirit, visit hopewellpresby.org. For more paranormal mysteries, don't miss new episodes of Nancy Drew Season 2, Wednesday nights at 9 on Charlotte's CW.